Video, we will be covering the basic configuration steps for getting started with FreezerPro. This will largely take place in the Settings and Preferences section of FreezerPro and will require administrative privileges and access rights. For configuration tools, expand the Settings and Preferences section. To continue with configuration, we will discuss how to manage the system preferences. Expand the System Preferences section by clicking on the plus sign. This will reveal the different options available in the System Preferences menu. In this view, we can manage the general preferences of the system login message, the home page options, integration settings, barcode printers, custom file identifiers, and any external CGI plugins. Additionally, we can view the system's console messages for debugging purposes. We will cover each option except barcode printing in this video. For the barcode printing walkthrough, please refer to the Managing Barcode Printers video tutorial. To start, we will manage the General Preferences. Open the General Preferences menu by double-clicking the General Preferences tab. There are many options available in this menu. The minimum password length option allows you to require a user to have at least the selected number of characters in his or her password in order to use the system. You may change this number by selecting the drop-down menu. The Enforce Strong Password check enables the requirement that a user must have at least 3 of 4 different character types in his or her password. The character types are uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. This can be enabled by selecting the checkbox. The Inactivity Timeout option sets the time frame for which a user will be locked out of the system after not performing any functions for a set amount of time. The user will be required to enter his or her password in order to continue using the system after they are locked out. This option may be changed by selecting a number from the drop-down menu. The country settings will change the time and language settings for all users in the system. Note that users may select their individual language preferences in their User Preferences option, which we will discuss in a later video. The Default Group option allows you to assign all new users to a specific user group when they are created, should they not be assigned to any user groups. The Auto Sign-In tool allows the system to remember a user's password. The Hide Restricted Freezers option will hide all freezers and boxes from all users which do not have any access to. The GLP Mode option allows you to enable good laboratory practice settings. With GLP Mode enabled, specific actions will not be permitted in the system. Additionally, comments will be required for all actions performed. Last, you may choose to enable or disable the ability to work with sample groups, sources, volumes, and pick lists by selecting their respective checkboxes. When you have modified the general preferences to your requirements, you may save the settings by selecting the Save Settings button. The second option in the System Preferences menu is for managing the system login message. You may choose to enable or disable a login message by selecting the Show Welcome Message checkbox. The text and information written in this window will be displayed to all users upon each login. There are many text editing tools that you may use to edit your login message. The third option in the System Preferences menu is for managing the homepage options. FreezerPro has a built-in homepage, however you may choose to generate your own. This is done quite similarly to managing the login message. You may enable the homepage option by selecting the respective checkbox. You may give the homepage a title and enter any information and text in the corresponding box. The fourth option in the System Preferences menu is for managing integrations. Within the integration settings, you may enable the use of external searches, a plate scanner, or other software integration from Ruro such as LIMS 24/7. The external search tool allows anyone with a link to search the database for samples. While the user may not edit or view specific information about the samples, it can be seen that they are in the system. It is recommended to only enable this feature with SSL enabled with non-sensitive data. Plate scanners will be discussed in a future video. However, it is important to note that this is where scanners will be managed. The scanner model can be selected from the drop-down menu, and the corresponding IP address and port may be entered into their respective boxes. For Ruro software integration settings and help, simply speak to a support team member at Ruro. The fifth option in the System Preferences menu is for managing barcode printers. We will discuss this management tool in the next video. The sixth option in the System Preferences menu is for managing custom file identifiers. Custom file IDs are used for labs which have a specific naming schema for their samples. This tool is usually integrated with help from a Ruro support team member as it requires the generation of code. Also with the help from Ruo support team member, extensions can be managed in the System Preferences menu. This tool is generally used with labs that have their own external CGI system. The last tool in the System Preferences menu is for viewing the System Console messages. This tool is used for debugging purposes and is an aid to the Ruo support team members when troubleshooting any issues you may have with the system. The latest actions are recorded at the bottom of the record list. This concludes the General Configuration Managing System Preferences video tutorial. Up next, we will discuss managing barcode printers.